Hello everyone, Praise Good here, and welcome back to Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. We're focusing on DLC today. Well, in this recording session I should say. But as you see here, we have much DLC that has arrived. Trials of the Sword have been added. Basically be heading to the Great Deku Tree in Korok Forest in order to gain access to the Trials of the Sword. And I'll detail what the Trials of the Sword are in much greater detail later. Heads up, this is also post-commentary, so it's going to suck. Master Mode has been added, which I'll make sure to showcase that, but basically, monsters are one tier tougher, all monsters regenerate health, and certain monsters are placed in areas they should never be. The Hero's Path Mode is something I showed off in the last episode, the finale, where I basically showed our route throughout the game during the credits sequence. The Travel Medallion is a unique item that I'll be able to show in greater detail. Basically, it's a personal teleport. The Korok Mask, which helps everybody who is looking for Koroks. Misko has taken 8 of the 9 pieces of armor and hidden them around Hyrule, which I'll show you those exact locations later. And this is something that's already been there, the purchase bonus of the DLC. So anyway, so let's go ahead and head into the game and show you what pops up when you first start up your adventure again after the DLC has been initiated in the game. So once you load into the game, you get that ominous in the air. Chosen One. The hero called Link. The time has come. You are now ready to test the limits of your courage. At the place where you reunited with the Master Sword, the sacred Korok Forest. Go there and heed the Great Deku Tree's words. Do so when a glorious trial will be bestowed upon you. So, Trial of the Sword is added to your log. So is... Come on, do the rest. There you go. The Strange Mask Rumors. So is the side quest for Teleportation Rumors. So is the side quest for Ancient Mask. So is the quest for Fairy Clothes. So is Twilight Relic. And finally, Phantasma. These are all related to Misko, but I'm going to pass it off to me in live recording to handle all that. So, live me, take it away. And after a little introduction, here we are. So, on the string of quests, you'll be guided to specific stables that will help you locate each of the individual items that are shown in the side quests that pop up. So first we need to head over to the Woodland stable to get started with our first side quest. And there it is. Now, side note I need to make here, and I'm mad at myself, is somehow in my infinite wisdom I forgot to press record initially. Thank God for flashback recording, so I captured most of my recording session from tonight. But I still gotta sit here and buff out about an hour of recording with you guys, just so I can get everything caught back up to where it was. So if some things look a little weird or some things seem off, it's because I have completed X, Y thing previously. But I will attempt to recreate everything and hopefully not kill your experience at all. But yes, our first stop here is at the Woodland Stable. And I really hope that they're in there, but the quests will get triggered by specific books that are in the area. Primarily this one here. Super Rumor Mill EX Volume 1. Now if you don't have the DLC, I don't believe these will show up for you at all. But if you do, surprise, here they are. Tracer here. Awake or asleep, my quest for juicy rumors never rests, ever. Does anyone ever gossip in their sleep? Today I'm got a hot rumor fresh from the mill that is, wait for it, an exclusive. And that special topic is the mysterious Korok Mask. They say if you pour enough love into an object, a spirit will inhabit it. Something that's creepy, just gotta be true. And apparently this Korok mask really inhabited is by a spirit. If you wear it, you're supposedly shakes and makes adorable weird noises every now and then. Maybe it does that to tell you when there are friends nearby and you can't see them? Who knows? Some say the treasure chest containing the mask is hidden in a tree hollow in a forest that makes people lose their way. Sounds like a tough place to find something. Luckily, word has it there's a convenient trick for finding your way. Her recommendation, 5 stars. Now I'm going to head back up to the tower because it's easy to do this. So, now that we got this all handled, I think yep, I can. So now we just have to enter the Lost Woods, and to get at the mask itself, super simple. Like, it's just a straight beeline path there. But you never think to check it initially because you never want to get lost in the Lost Woods, because you get thrown back out. I guess that's why they call it that, huh? Anyway, reiterating, I'm going to make sure to show off as much as I can of everything, but I'm just going to reiterate that you might see some items that don't make sense, but they will make sense if you pay attention to the DLC Talk episode 110, if you remember that, but I'll make sure to walk through everything again and get you rough locations on where everything is. So anyway, just take the normal path like you're going through the Lost Woods normally, which is to follow all of these lantern trails until you get to the one that leads you to this tree out here. And then once you're at this tree, you can either follow the trail of embers off of your torch or these guys, or you can brute force it like I did. You just come straight down this way to this tree that has no face, and then you part it right here. Keep going straight, and in this tree right here would be the mask, there it is, the Korok mask. A mask inspired by those fun-loving Koroks it shakes when one of them is nearby. And the caveat at the end of that, if sold, this rare item can't be found again. That is true. If you ever sell this mask, it is gone forever, for good. You will never see it again because you just threw it away. Anyway, I'm going to head over to the South Akala stable because that's where the next of some of the armors are going to be. Now I do have the mask on because I want to make sure I can show this off, and I don't know where an easy place to find a Korok would be. But this will help everybody who's going for 100% Koroks, well, get 100% Koroks. I'm just going to keep this on for now so I can show you precisely where how this works and everything. But the next of the rumors is going to be right in here, which is on this table right here. Super Rumor Mill Extra Volume 2. Tracy here. No matter where I go, I love rumors from that inevitably flow. Don't you make it a point? Yeah, don't you make it a point to dig up rumors while traveling? In any case, today's topic is the dream of teleportation. Apparently, there was once an ancient medallion that could instantly teleport you to wherever you placed it. What's more, this wondrous item may still be somewhere out there, just waiting to be scooped up. I must say, it sounds like the perfect item for travelers, adventurers, and rumor lovers alike. I hear the treasure chest containing this tool is located beneath the labyrinth in northeast Akala. Is it true, or just a beautiful dream? I'll let you decide for yourself, dear reader. So, the labyrinth that's in this area is where that particular, the labyrinth that's in this area is where you will find that particular, not shrine, is where you find that particular medallion. Now, I do already have it, and it is classified as a key item, by the way. Oh, there it goes. It kicked off. So, that's what the mask does. It'll spark off some leaves, and it'll make noises at you, kind of like an echolocator of sorts. And then it's basically like, hey, you're within a certain range of a Korok. Well, there you go, a Korok. Buddy, camera 2. Camera 2, buddy. Over here on the left. On the left. Anyway. Well, I guess we're close. Well, we're close enough to it, but I'm not going to make you suffer through it. So I'm going to go over to the island, and I'll meet you by where the treasure chest would be for the travel medallion. Anyway, I can take off this mask now. So, the travel medallion. The travel medallion will exist down here. Unfortunately, you have to fight off lots of, you'll have to fight off a lot of these guys, but it'll basically be nice! I'll just teleport out of here really quick. But the travel medallion will basically be... Ow. Will be directly in back here, against the back wall, against this back wall right here. Open it up, and you get yourself the key item of a travel medallion. This mysterious tool was made using forgotten ancient technology. Place it by opening your pouch and registering your current location as a travel gate. I will show that off in just a moment, but first thing is first, we are going to get to the thing that shows us where to get the rest of the items are going to be. So, the last of the quests, and the one that gets you the other 8 pieces of armor that was promised with this DLC pack. The quest leads you to a place in the Outset Ruins, which is effectively directly east of the Great Plateau Tower. All you must do is just simply fly over here. Yep, fly over here. I actually looked away from the screen for a solid minute there while I was tampering something because it takes so long to get here. So over here in the Outpost Ruins, there is a... You're not helping. There's a book here that wasn't here before. I hear the 8 priceless relics I stole from Hyrule Castle and treasure chest. I shall write down the locations. Don't ask what the voice is, by the way. The ancient mass lies in the ruins where the soldiers gathered. From there, the waters of Lake Colomo are visible. The green garments of the man who wished to be a fairy are hidden in the ruins of Hyrule Field. Find these pieces at the ruins where trade flourished, at the ruins where sinners were imprisoned, and at the village ruins next to the farmland where many people once gathered. The places he is mentioning are the Castle Town Prison, the Exchange Ruins, and the May Village Ruins, near the Romani Plains. The Prince of Twilight who was still hand down alongside those of the Hero of Twilight. The voice is changing. Her helmet can be found in a temple ruin soaked in the waters of Regencia River. Armor worn by fierce phantoms, feared even by heroes, is hidden in the ruins of Hyrule Field. Find these pieces at the battleground where brave soldiers tested their skill. At ceremonial grounds where royal guards were honored, and at the ruins where the soldiers of Hyrule gathered. Perspectively, the Colosseum, the sacred grounds where we had a big memory cutscene, and the Hyrule Garrison's ruins. EX is written on the last page. What could that mean? That is the marking, similar to the chests that are on the Great Plateau I showed you in like the first episode. Those same chests are now what you're looking for. Anyway. So now that that's all done, I wish to show you... Really? Huh. Nice. Way to go. Anyway. So, now that we got that handled, the first thing I wish to show you is the travel medallion. I've used it, but basically how it works is you go to the location you wish to go to, and you select it from your key items menu and just press A and select your current location. I have made a location here at one of our very first stop. Well, at a future stop. I forgot about this actually. I forgot that we are right next to Lake Komolo as is. So we can go ahead and get ourselves, let's see, we can get ourselves the mask as is mentioned. Anybody who paid attention to the DLC video will know that that is actually, there we go, is actually Majora's Mask. And don't worry about the Master Sword, I will explain that later. I first wanted to show off the Wind Cleaver because I never did show it. This particular weapon, how this particular weapon works is it actually is a two-handed blade that lets you use a ranged attack, if that makes any sense. But it's also extremely frail. Like, I think the most you'll get out of it is 15 swings and then it's done. So like here, I'll land. Whoop! Oh, it went to the ground. It didn't touch him, but yeah, see, it has a bit of a ranged attack, kind of like the Master Sword, but you have to swing it to use it. I wonder, can you use it to cut down trees? Nope, you have to use the actual blade to cut down the tree. But it is a charged strike, much like... It is a charged strike, much like the... Well, the charged strike is basically you side holster it, and then you fling it out. Anyway, now for all of these hidden chests, for all the hidden chests you will be using here, they'll be buried in the ground, and you have to pull them out. So the one containing the mask is right here in where I'm standing. I swear to crap-a-tastic. Come at me. Come at me. Swear to God. Where are you? Where'd you go? It's over. No, I'm not done with you. Now I'm done with you. Anyway. So, it'll be right here, is where the mask will be. Which mask? Why? Come on, game. Why, Majora's Mask, of course. What does Majora's Mask do? Well, other than glow in the dark, which is, it's getting light out, so it's kind of hard to see. Majora's Mask allows you to blend in with the wildlife, so to say. So I'm going to go over here to this camp and just demonstrate it. Now, even though I'm going to use it on bokoblins, I will tell you that this mask functions much like Kilton's mask, except it encompasses all enemies that Kilton's mask can work on. Bokoblins, moblins, Lizalfos, even Lynels, until you decide to pull out your tablet. Are they actually trying to talk with me? That's funny. Anyway. Now that is all handled, we're going to make a bit of a sweeping motion and then a sweeping motion right back. But our first stop... Oh no, we're not going there yet. We're actually going to go up to the... We're going to go to the central tower here first, so we can get the other single item, which is Midna's helmet. Right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and put on my good gear again. Not my Urban Outfitters pants. So we're up here because we want to head towards Giant's Forest and the Sage Temple ruins, because that is where this particular item is going to be. You missed. And you're going to miss too! Watch! You missed. I'm so sick of Guardians. Anyway, so enough of that about. Now, heading down here, through all these trees, I am hang a hard left. Oh, there's a Hinox out here. Neat. But yeah, we're gonna head straight out here to the waterfront, and I'm gonna guide you directly to it, but I will tell you that you need to be be careful out here, and use your cryosis out here to get across this easily, because there's some Zophals out here that use shock arrows to just utterly obliterate you. Oh, and he's back. Well, let's see if we can get through without alerting him. But out here, right underneath this rock right here, there's a treasure chest that's underneath this little overhang, and that treasure chest contains Midna's helmet. Midna's helmet just gives you guarding resist, but it's a nice 1-to-1. I like it. Then again, I'm a huge fan of Twilight Princess, so. Now then, after much debate over that, let's go ahead and head over here to the Maeve Village ruins to start our little journey on how to get all of the armors. But we will have to get those additional pieces of armor next time. Everyone, thank you so much for watching this episode of Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. You have a great rest of your day, and take care.